Now, I just wanted to know, with yourself, are you doing the band full time now, or are you back in the financial world?
No, I'm doing the band full time.
Really? So that must have been a bit of a financial risk for you, I guess, back when you made that decision, I guess, eh?
Yeah, it's it was a hobby and a passion of mine since I was probably 12,
Really?
11 years old, and not particularly this band, but extreme music in general. And yeah, I guess it took some time figuring that out and finding a balance between. I guess when people say full time, part time is a very the line is always gray and fluctuating. I think.
Yeah.
I think for me right now, is I'm trying to moderate my involvement in music and career and family and pretty much everything else too.
So are you doing this, like the music career, full time, or is it like band related kind of stuff? Is it full time exclusively for you now, or?
It's one of those things where we're making a little bit of money, we're moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
We're not able to completely sustain ourselves financially doing this yet.
Yeah.
So are we dedicating enough energy into this for this to be considered a full-time job? Definitely.
Right.
Are we making a living off of this right now? Not yet.
Okay, so I'd imagine all of you guys are pretty well kind of got part-time jobs and whatnot to sort of supplement what you're not getting, I guess.
Kind of, yeah. But right now it's been changing. We've been getting a lot more show offers. We have tour offers coming up. Things are definitely skyrocketing and developing at a much faster rate than I expected, or any of us expected, I think.
That's good.
Totally.
All right. Now, in terms of the name of the band, I mean, Sil Veth, I mean, from what you're saying is that is it Ukrainian that it means power concord? I guess the question was, why Concord?
I don't know if that's even a good translation. I always wanted to go back and change that because, I mean, they're not really words. They're roots of words.
Yeah.
So they're basically, instruments with which words are made.
Yeah.
So they could mean literally dozens of different things. There's a vet in Privet, which is a Russian word for hello.
Yeah.
There's these roots are found in words that aren't even related to each other, and I just always thought that it was cool that was the case, and I just wanted to kind of point that out, and that's pretty much what I did. But another interesting comment that one of our fans made the other day is he thought that our band name is abbreviation for Sil Veth, which is in Russian means the force of wind.
Yeah.
Which we thought was kind of cool, but I can't say that's what we intended it to be. But that's kind of the point, people find their own interpretations of this, which is kind of cool.
Right. Okay. Now, when I went to your site, I mean, you guys seem to be like very active on the internet, like a lot more active than a lot of other bands. Like I saw you guys are using something like Sony Connect and whatever outlet is available that you actually use it. Now, are you pretty? Do you see yourselves with let's say a higher profile label? I don't know. Let's say Central Media or all the way down to smaller indie. Do you ever see those days where you might want to be on a label? And if you do decide to go with a label, what sort of advantages would they provide you that you couldn't do on your own as a, I guess, quote unquote, an indie band?
I think mainly, just like what I was alluding to earlier was, being able to moderate your involvement in the booking and organizational and kind of the financial end of things. Definitely something that any label can provide. Right now we're doing everything ourselves, so it's a lot of work. And the good thing is we're learning. We know how it's done, so that when we do sit down and talk to a label, we actually have an idea of what they can offer to us, and not just expect them to take care of all our problems.
Right. Okay. Go ahead.
What was the actual question?
Okay, I know it was quite a mouthful there. Okay. Basically, do you ever see yourselves going with a high-profile label? And if you guys do that,
I mean, definitely. Well, I mean, we're open to pretty much collaborating with any. Our plan right now is to do everything ourselves, and you know, that's what we're preparing. Like, we're preparing for a long haul of just hard work and, you know, pretty much doing what we love to do. Like, we're in a really happy place right now. We're not waiting for someone to come along and, you know, rescue us. Pretty much, it's one of those gigs where we're happy doing what we're doing, and if someone wants to come in and collaborate with us, it's great. If someone wants to offer support and some sort of partnership, that would be excellent as well. But we're not even necessarily, you know, we're not looking to be babysat or kind of carried through the world necessarily.
Okay. Now, this is going to be kind of the last question, I guess, but just from your perspective, I mean, you guys are in a pretty unique situation, as you pretty well know. For the amount of time that you guys spent with the band, what would you say is the biggest satisfying part to be in the band? Is it mostly the shows themselves, or what is it primarily?
I'm sorry, Richard, you sound a little muffled. I couldn't really hear you.
Sorry. For you guys being in the band as a true kind of DIY kind of band, do it yourself, what would you say is the most satisfying part in being in the band over all the years?
Probably the most satisfying part is knowing that you've made everything with your own hands, and every person who comes to your show and every fan that, you know, writes on your website in some way or another has had like a direct interaction with you at some point,
right?
Or either direct or only like one degree separated away from you. So like you posted, you know, maybe a bulletin, or you met them at the show, or you met their friend at the show, you know.
Yeah. And
seeing that network grow is probably one of the most rewarding things, and seeing that actually, like, people genuinely enjoy that.
Yeah.
That's probably another cool thing. Is, you know, in metal scene, there's a lot. There's some pretense here too, but most of our fans are pretty honest and pretty into what they like.
That's good then. Well, that's good. That's pretty well.